This morning, I asked my Dr. Throughput assistant to actually help me with an assistant that analyzes different aspects of writing and create me a detailed writing companion. And here you see I asked my workflow optimization and integration strategist, so that's actually Dr. Throughput, analyze where AI could enhance my process. Then it asked me some general question, and then I said, please create me a writing analyzer. These are aspects that I would like to actually look at when it comes to writing. And I asked what else comes to your mind. So then it gave me detailed insights into what I might look at when it comes to writing. You see quite a lot of cool things. I asked several other questions of details. I went through the questions, all good. I gave it also insights on which sources I provide and answered really the questions that it asked. And then it came up with a really detailed instruction set for my writing assistant or the analyzer, right? You see here, it gave it a name, a description, what it should actually do, and really a detailed instruction set. What I do now is I create now an assistant that runs through many sources that I collected over time about writing. And I will show you this next. So you see now on my screen to the left, this is the writing rules analyzer. And let's shortly look at how it's set up actually. You have here my knowledge folder, and here I have a rich set of everything that I collected over time as notes and articles and details about writing. And I want the assistant actually to go through all these sources and give me a rich companion about how writing should actually work. So now back to the writing analyzer. In the previous step, I asked, can you please create me the details for how I should set up this assistant? What I do now is I take this step by step. So I take the name, put it in here, description. This is, by the way, something that I aim to automate also in the future, but at the moment that's not the crucial part. I can easily copy paste this. So these are the conversation starters. So what I should ask this analyzer in order to start. I take those ones, take some seconds. It's limited to 4 main questions. If you would need to ask more, that's okay. You can do this in the test and then just add a help function for the assistant. So now the rich instruction set. Here it's important to look at the details. There we go. So I copy paste all the instructions in here. Actually that's okay. And then as a model I use Claude 4. This is okay. And I provided here the action set to scan the web if necessary, to also help me with visualizations if I need this, and also work with me on details when the outcome is created. And here you see I integrated this knowledge folder, search in the folder all about writing. So this is now the connection from the assistant to the knowledge base itself. So then let's finish this and let's see how it works. So this is now how the assistant looks like. And here you see the name, description, and also the conversation starters. And now let's see what happens. I use this assistant now for the first time. Let's see what the first outcome is. So I say, analyze all my writing materials and create a comprehensive writing knowledge base. So let's see. It really touches all the documents, these 19 materials, and now it really goes through different sources that it actually finds. And there, let's wait a little. This takes time because these are really rich documents, partially with several hundred pages in there. And I collected this material over years actually now. And maybe my main intention is I would not like to scan through all these materials all the time again. And I want an objective overview about what are important aspects when it comes to writing regarding rules, guidelines, classes for different outcomes like newsletters or LinkedIn and stuff like this. Later on, I will also provide my voice analysis that I did yesterday and then bring the voice analysis and the insights together. So now let's see what is the outcome. These are some moments of I'm quite interested in how it will look like. Let's look in detail what came out. Now the analysis is done. Let's see what's the outcome. So it gave me here some output that actually is also detailed in a document here that I can immediately export or copy. And I could bring this back to my knowledge base now in order to then instruct really writing assistants with this. But let's see how it looks like and maybe also show shortly how I would tune this now further. What I will do is I go through this and take some notes already here on how I would like to improve this analysis. What I like is, okay, the writing process. These are some general hints, okay. Write from abundance. Yeah, I guess this I can second from the knowledge base that I have. This is a good hint that I should also consider much more. And I write in public already quite a lot. It makes sense. Then interesting daily writing habits. That's a small teaser to when it would come to, for instance, a daily reminder about writing and stuff like this, that I could build something that holds me accountable. And then it comes to techniques, okay. It lists frameworks. So I would already take a note, detail all frameworks, 2 examples each, and more detailed descriptions. I just take these notes while I read. I later on can give this in one big summary to the next iteration. But this is already cool. Of course, it would help me. I would also say provide hints when what framework should be used. Because I guess there are certain situations. So then for the persuasive writing strategies, same also for, okay, so then essay structure, okay, that's good. Okay, it's about, get this, opening strategies. Yeah, then I would say it's in general here with examples. Okay. The writing voice is okay. I can then analyze with the writing voice my current voice instructions. Let's see. Okay, this is cool. Newsletter writing formula. Okay. Much more detailed. LinkedIn is okay. Email, okay. Book writing is not my topic at the moment, as I would not go into details here. Editing, okay. Build an audience. Yeah, that's also not the most important topic. Advanced strategies. Okay, the current analysis is already a good start. Not enough for a proper briefing and writing assistant. So get more into details. Examples help. Reasoning for when to use helps. Down, no, so a little encouraging feedback. So let's see what happens next. So now I encountered during the first iteration some rate limits from the LLM. I switched to instead of Claude 4 to Claude 3.7, another language model, and restarted the assistant. But I gave it the insights from step 1. Here you remember the output as principles, and then you see here it's all the details. And then I marked here's end of version 1, and now let's do a refinement. And I provided it steps to go through. The outcome is already amazing. It gave me really very detailed insights into different frameworks like the AIDA, problem, agitate, resolve, with examples like requested, blah, blah, blah. So many things here, crazy. Then insight into persuasive writing strategies, again, with examples about personal experience sharing, supporting with claims. Crazy. This amount of detail, that's awesome. Because I can use this then to train another writing assistants, right? It's not for me now to read all that stuff, but I guess it provides such a rich set of instructions that I can use later on. So, crazy. Okay. So now it asks with the newsletter writing formula, I just say, so let's now continue with the newsletter as suggested. Best practice is also cool. CTA examples, that's good. Great. So now I guess I need to remind it now what else is missing. Steps requested in the beginning. You see, it needed a small reminder that there was more to do. Got lost a little in the newsletter part. Now let's see what happens. I guess it will just enrich the complete writing knowledge base and create me one document. Actually, it was reading my mind because this would be a next step to ask for, but let's see what it comes up with. Yeah, that's actually a cool detail here about the different voice forms. I guess I can enrich my voice instruction set with this. That's cool. This is cool. Exercises are also cool. Lots of learning already while going through this. And now it already went through the revision editing part. Okay. This is cool because this I could give as an instruction for the assistant to do the editing part, become an editor. That's cool. Yeah, awesome. This is really cool because then I can really instruct the assistants about this. Yeah, also, wow, these rules are cool. Okay. This is, there I can instruct that AI becomes this collaborator here. I didn't check that. Yeah, okay, cool, also good. Really awesome. Now let's bring all that together in one rich companion that I can use as my writing. We go, I guess I can close this one here. Yeah, it really goes through all the details. That's so cool. It remembers really the context from before with my examples, or with the examples it's created. That's cool. So it now came up with a super rich document. You see here all the details, everything connected into one big document that I can now use as my knowledge base to analyze my writing style. You see here, oh my god, there's so much in detail here, including checklists for editing and all that stuff. So I will copy this in a document and then do a first test run with this. So now I extracted the full document, the knowledge base, and here you can see the overall structure. Really cool about really different writing frameworks. All the details here. Different frameworks. That's already amazing. Writing strategies with examples. Yeah, example 1, example 2, that's already cool. Then more about structure, elements, really detailed insights about voice, tone, and style. This I can use really to get deeper into my writing voice finding process. Then, okay, that's small, but here the newsletter part is big with quite some details. And also the revision and editing part is quite cool. I guess I can instruct now with these insights, with this knowledge base and writing assistants, and I will build this next. So now it's time to build the assistant. So for the writing assistant, I provide this writing assistant an voice instruction manual. This is actually an analysis of my voice I did before based on hours of recording from sessions where it backtracked what am I doing, how am I expressing stuff, and how do I articulate instructions and stuff like this. And from all that, it came up with this is actually the voice that you use. And this is a detailed instruction set for a ghostwriter, for an AI assistant to actually convert writing more to my voice. And what we just did before, this is the detailed knowledge base about writing. And I would like to give both to AI. So now I prepared the assistant builder. I gave it the voice instructions. I gave it a knowledge base. And I also mentioned, now please create me a writing assistant. And I instructed here with several insights what it actually should do. So now let's see what happens and what the outcome of this assistant builder will be. You see it takes the documents and again it goes to a canvas mode and now likely will provide me with the detailed writing assistant instructions. Let's see. So now it actually came up with a writing assistant instruction set here. And with this I will now create my real assistant. Let's do this again together. So I now prepared the assistant. I will build the assistant here. Here we see this was the instruction set and assistant setup. So I copy the description again. Then conversation starter, I take, this one is cool here. Then this is also something where I can provide the draft and then let's see how it helps me review this newsletter. Okay, let's do this also. This is cool because this is a standard use case. I'm not sure about those ones. What's the best format for this message? I would not ask this. And let's also take this one here. Let's see if I will use this. So then the instruction set, that's the important part here, is how it actually should work with all my inputs. Let's do this too and add it to the instructions. And regarding knowledge, I already added the knowledge base about writing and also my voice instructions. And as actions, again, let's say I would like to have web search, image generation, data analysis, and I hope I can press this here, the canvas. And Claude 4 is fine. Here we go with the assistant. Let's make this window big here. The assistant is here created. I will give this a better name, maybe also a picture and stuff like this I will add later. And now let's use this assistant. So live demo is always good. So now let's try this. I would like to review this newsletter draft. And I guess it will ask me provide me the newsletter. Okay, and it says what it will do. Cool. Please share your draft. So I created yesterday in the writing exercise a draft. That is okay-ish, but it's not really my voice. It was too AI generic. I also got feedback about this, and this actually made me moving forward on my writing style topic. So this is my newsletter draft. Little punchy, short, it's already cool, but it's not yet my voice. So let's see what AI comes up with when I give it this newsletter draft. Yeah, you see, it uses a voice that's actually not how my voice looks like. Systems thinking is missing, collaboration is missing, context first approach is not applied. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. So then I took many iterations with the writing assistants, back and forth conversation, what it has to say. Then I changed it a little, adjusted. He provided me some interesting phrasing variants. And through a lot of back and forth, I was able to really refine my previously written newsletter, not in my voice, to something where I say, this resonates with me, that's actually my voice. And you can see it here in the screen. I shared this with the Learning Ecosystem Mastery cohort just now. Let's see what the feedback will be. But I provided them here with my article that will also be in my newsletter that arrives tomorrow on Friday, 1 o'clock. When did learning become so exhausting? And there are certain aspects that I actually cover in this article. And it's written in a way that it provides the problem, goes a little deeper into why this matters, then provides just for solutions, goes into details, provides also first steps to take. And the overall direction is that this is really written now in a voice variant where I say, hey, this is cool, this is me. And I can put my stamp on this. And I'm actually really happy that I now externalized all these insights about writing, all what makes my voice, so that I can in future go through writing iterations much easier, because I have an assistant that guides me through this, that can be my editor, give me feedback, help me to improve stuff, and also helps me with concrete examples on how it would maybe be phrased better, how it would maybe resonate more to what I actually want to say. So to summarize what we did now, it was several steps. So in the beginning, we created a first assistant that had to analyze from all my knowledge sources about writing actually a distilled version about what makes writing good, what are rules about writing, what are certain aspects of voice to consider, how does this apply to certain formats like newsletter, LinkedIn posts, and all that stuff. So with this assistant, I was then able to create a knowledge base down from several hundred, I would say even 1,000 pages, into one super distilled version that I can now use to instruct my daily writing guide, my daily writing assistant. So I took this knowledge base and I provided my voice instructions, where I extracted this yesterday, and both together I gave to a writing assistant. And actually, I built this writing assistant again with a helper whom I can describe what I would like to reach, where I describe what kind of knowledge I have that I can provide. And this helper assistant actually creates me the full instruction set for creating new assistants. And I will also sketch this a little, how this looks like as an image. But what you hopefully see is assistance and AI logic applied on several lanes. One level to create knowledge bases, another level to create assistants, and another level to have assistants that actually help me in my day-to-day work. And run through the video several times to see these different connections, and then have fun building your own assistants. If you need more insights, let me know. Also, be aware that in July, my next cohort, Building Your Learning Ecosystem, starts. There you get many of the details. You also learn about assistants, how they guide your learning, how you can use them to apply your knowledge, all in detail. So let me know if this is interesting. There are still seats available for you. See you there. Ciao, ciao.